Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot, and we are back for some player props and spreads in the NBA for Wednesday, June 9th. Let's recap yesterday real quick, 2-2, and it should have been much better, but we won't complain. Trae Young over 9.5 assists. Cash it. He ends up with 11. And our other winner, Donovan Mitchell, over 28.5 points. Never really even had to sweat this one. The man dropped over 30 points in the second half, ended with 45. Our two losses, Bogdanovic, and I'm not even mad about it, had over 16.5 points. He goes 6 for 16 from the field. If you told me I was getting 16 shots out of Bogdan, I'd take this over in a heartbeat, but he doesn't make a lot of shots, and he shoots a lot of threes. You know, what can you do about that? Rudy Gobert, over 13.5 rebounds. He had 8 in the first half, was looking pretty promising, and then he got into foul trouble. Then he ended with 12. That was what I expected from Rudy Gobert. Not much you can do there. We'll take a 2-2 day. Subscribe if you're new. We're at over 6,060 subscribers. Maybe we'll hit 6,100 today. We appreciate all the support. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers one day. Can't do it without your support. So subscribe. It's free. And click that like button while you're at it. Shout out to the COS All-Stars. All of them are up on the screen. We really appreciate all these people. Regardless if we're going high, we're going low. Regardless of the record, they're always showing their support. So we appreciate them no matter what. But let's get into today's slate of games. We only got one game on today. It is the Phoenix Suns Game 2 versus the Denver Nuggets. You obviously saw Phoenix take Game 1, and they really blew them out in the second half, as I believe the Nuggets won the first half, but got blown out in the second half, losing by about 15 points. But today, we're going with some more player props today, and we're starting with Devin Booker. We're taking his over 9.5 rebounds plus assists, minus 136. And you might be 10.5 now. I'm not really sure. But in Game 1, the Nuggets' goal was to take away Devin Booker. And you saw that. You saw him. I believe he only attempted about 12 shots. He was about 8 for 12 from the field. And yeah, they just took him away. They said, no, what? Someone else is going to have to beat us. We saw you go off against the Lakers in, I believe, Game 6, dropping 40-plus points. Nah, you're going to have to do something else. And we saw that. He had 8 assists and 4 boards, easily cashing this with 12 rebounds and assists. But Booker's been very, very good this postseason. Not just scoring the ball, but also, you know, getting rebounds and getting some assists, getting his teammates involved. You look at his last 7 games, he's averaged 5.9 rebounds per game and 5.4 assists per game, a total of 11.3 rebounds plus assists per game. And if you don't have rebounds plus assists, I'd probably lean towards his assist line just because I expect them to have a similar game plan tonight. The Nuggets, third team, and we'll talk about this in a little bit, that leave a lot of players wide open from three-pointer. They're not going to leave Devin Booker open because they know better, but Jay Crowder, Mikal Bridges, and those guys, they're going to leave them open, and I think Devin Booker and Chris Paul will find those teammates and get them open looks, and I think they're going to knock them down. I love the consistency. I think the game plan for the Nuggets will remain the same, and I think the Nuggets are a little bit more competitive today, as really Booker did not play a whole lot in the fourth quarter. I don't mind this line at plus value at 10.5, but if you can get it at 9.5, obviously I would prefer that more. Moving on to my second player, and if I had a clown nose, I'd put it right on, because man, oh man, this is, if you guys know, you know, Deandre Ayton. Oh man, it's hard to deny him, and we're back in. I'm back in. I said I would never touch his props again. I'm back. Deandre Ayton, double-double, minus 110. Oh, man, I'm ready to put it on. I swore, I'm ready to put on the clown nose. I swore this man off the channel after I would pick his over, and he'd come out and say, hey, here you go. Here's 5 rebounds and 3 assists. How you like it? And I'd be like, all right, you know what, whatever. But today, it's hard to deny it, and I'm taking the double-double, and here's why. Because if I take his points, no way in heck he hits that. Take his rebounds, no way in heck he hits that. So I think double-double is a good bet to make, and here's why. I think he's been very good. He's been very good, minus 2 games against the Lakers. But you look at Ayton. He's played the Denver Nuggets 4 times this season. And once was in the playoffs in Game 1. We'll talk about that in a second. But in all 4 games, including Game 1, he's had a double-double. He had 20 points, 10 rebounds in Game 1. And the rest of the games, he's had about 18 points. He's averaged about 22 points against this Denver Nuggets team, and easily cashing over 10 rebounds. He's had a double-double, like I said, in every single game this postseason, except for 2 in which Anthony Davis did not play. So it looks like he's waking up for the good competition. Once AD went down, he's like, I am not going out there to guard Marc Gasols of the world, Andre Drummonds of the world. There's no incentive for me. But now that he's guarding Nikola Jokic, he appears to be trying harder. And I guess it works. Like I said, when he has seen over 34 minutes in a game this season, and he saw 36 in Game 1. He has had a double-double in 18 of those 22 games. That's 82% of the time. He should see, again, 34, 35, 36, 37 plus minutes tonight, and I think he's going to easily feast and get another double-double for us. It's minus 110 value, and what can you do about it? I'm taking it, and when Deandre Ayton comes out tonight and he hits you with either 9 points or he goes for about 6 rebounds, you can blame this guy, because that is exactly who did it to him. But I'm taking it, Deandre Ayton. I'm taking the double-double, and I'm ready to put on my clown nose tomorrow. I might have to go buy one when he stinks it up tonight. But I'm taking it with confidence. Another player I'm taking a double-double for, it's Chris Paul, plus 125. Chris Paul, man, oh man, the point god. He's a legend, and I love Chris Paul. Love rooting for him, and that's why I love to root for the Suns team. And similar to Ayton, if you don't have a double-double prop, which if you didn't have a double-double prop for Ayton, I would have taken his rebounds, which I believe was 9.5, now up to 10.5. And my luck, if I took 10.5, he would land on 10 on the dot. But CP3 appears to be getting healthier and healthier. And you saw him, and he dominated game one, especially in that fourth quarter, blowing this game wide open. Prior to entering the playoffs, in which you saw him get injured basically in game one of that Lakers series, he had a double-double in 6 of his final 9 games. And so, like I said, if you don't have double-double, take his over and assist. It should be 9.5 at plus value, but double-double is plus 125. At least on FanDuel, if you do 10-plus points and 10-plus assists. But like I said, they were competing for the number 2 seed, even competing for the 1 seed. And you saw Chris Paul dominate. He had six double-doubles in the final 9 games of the season. And like we saw in game 1, he dominated again. He had 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 11 assists, easily cashing that double-double prop. He took over the game in the fourth quarter. And in his last 3 games against Denver, he's had a double-double in all 3. Obviously game 1 and obviously the 2 final games before entering the playoffs. And he's been absolutely dominant, and that's why we're taking it. Like I said, when CP3 gets minutes, he's going to find his teammates wide open, and the Denver Nuggets leave a lot of players wide open from three-pointers. That's why I don't mind a Mikal Bridges or Jay Crowder three-point prop, because I think they'll be left wide open today. Either way, though, like I said, when he's going to get 35-ish minutes tonight, maybe even more, and that should be well more than enough to get a double-double against this Nuggets team that doesn't necessarily play the best defense in the NBA. So I'm locking it in, plus 125 value. I really like it for a player that I think has a better chance of getting a double-double than that. The 10-plus points shouldn't be too hard, and I think it can easily get those 10-plus assists. Moving on to 3 players that I did consider. Jay Crowder, I considered that over in 3-pointers, but he's hit it, I believe, in 4 straight games, so my luck he would not hit it in this one. Mikal Bridges over in 3-pointers, don't mind him at all. I also considered an interesting one, Aaron Gordon over 20.5 PRAs. I'm not going to pick it because Aaron Gordon, an ex-Orlando Magic, and I am sort of an Orlando Magic fan. No, he will stink it up the moment I pick his over, but I don't mind it. He's been hitting that pretty consistently, and the Nuggets are going to need someone else to score the ball, especially with Michael Porter Jr. injured. Speaking of Michael Porter Jr., considered as under as well in PRAs, but not going to touch it because he could easily hit that in points. And then the Nuggets, first half spread, I considered that as well. But I'm not going to take those. We're going to recap my 3 official plays for today. Chris Paul, double-double, locking it in, plus 125. Deandre Ayton, double-double. If you don't have it, take his over in rebounds. Or Chris Paul's over in assists, minus 110 for Deandre Ayton. And Devin Booker, over 9.5 rebounds plus assists, minus 136. I love all these Suns today. Like I said, not a lot of Denver Nuggets props on here because I do not know, like I said, the health status of Michael Porter Jr. Will Barton could also be back, although he is doubtful today. And I don't want to give you out a pick and then have someone return that's not up to my control. So it's hard when you're making these videos so early, but I don't mind some, maybe Nikola Jokic. I'd probably take his under in PRAs or under in RAs because he's like 17.5 and he hasn't really touched that too often, but he has touched it against this the Phoenix Suns team. So it's a little tricky, but those are my 3 plays. Devin Booker, Deandre Ayton, and Chris Paul locking in the big 3 of the Phoenix Suns to all have a big game today and probably get the W at home to go up 2-0 against this Denver Nuggets team. This has been Austin. Let me know your favorite play down in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new. We really appreciate it. This has been Austin. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. I believe we got 2 games on tomorrow, so even better. It's been Austin. Catch you later. Peace. Peace.